Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm Chelsea. You know that. I know that. Just a lady with a bulldog and a camera and far too many opinions. Today we're going to go over a few of those. I just want to say a quick thank you for the feedback on my Jessie Lee Ward video. I didn't know that other people hadn't made videos on it. I just assumed they would. I personally, this is no shade to anyone. Calm down. I don't watch anti-MLM content at all, really. I watch like comedy commentary and then like deep dive like commentary videos a lot. So, and like podcast shows basically is a lot of what I watch too. And drag queens. People asking me like, oh, are you gonna take down or demonetize any of your Jessie Lee Ward videos? Why would I do that? No, I'm not gonna do that. I know Savannah Marie said that she is doing that publicly, and then also I talked to her as well the other night. If she wants to do that, fine, cool. We even talked about it, and I was like, yeah, I don't really see a point to doing that. I think that for me personally, especially since I had such a, I don't want to say tumultuous or toxic relationship with Jessie Lee Ward, the Joker to my Batman, guess who was who? I just think personally for me, she threatened to sue me multiple times. She allegedly sent people to my house, threatened me a lot, and we went back and forth quite a bit as well. So I just think that for me personally, and I'm not saying this for anyone else, good for them, not for me. I think that if I was to do that, then it would look a little ingenuine or fake for me to do that. And I still stand by everything that I ever said in any of those videos. I can say that it is sad for someone to pass away, especially the like nuance of all of it, the big picture of it. Was she a good person? Absolutely not. In my opinion, no, I don't think she was at all. A lot of people lost money with her. People are still losing money with her if they are in the accelerator program thing, which we're going to talk about a little bit today. And I can also say it's sad. She was young. Her entire life, in my opinion, and how it all went down is sad. Yeah, she had a lot of money, but she spent her last days hustling so hard for what? You can't take it with you. So I don't know. I just think it is all very sad. It's okay. Two things can be true at once. I'm happy that other people have talked about it still. I know there's a lot of other people out there apparently who were like, you can't talk about her now that she's dead. And it's like, that makes no sense. There were a lot of comments that were like, yeah, death doesn't absolve you of crimes or of bad behavior. And it's true. I think we need to be, yes, empathetic about it, but then also a little bit more unemotional on the side of she still did what she did. She's still a scammer. I personally always wanted to keep it more to about her character and her business practices and things like that, and her relationships, yes, in business, but I didn't really ever want to talk about her personal life. Just wanted to put that out there too, because there's no point in that. I know there were some people who sent me live streams that she did, and they were like, oh, you have to react to this. It's her talking about going on a date and then doing it on a balcony, and I'm like, why do I want to react to that? No, that's weird. Good for her. I don't know. Okay. There has also, I've already shared it multiple different places, but there is a Reddit subreddit page that is not even brand new. There's a lot of great information on there regarding Jessie Lee Ward. The thing that I love is, yes, there's people that are critical of her in there. There's some creators in there. I'm in there. I really like this thread. But then there's also people who were friends with her, people who were in her downline, people who were burned by her, people who are, in there, and someone who's known her for over 20 years even just did an AMA. And almost everyone from the responses I saw, an AMA being an Ask Me Anything, I think that's what it stands for, right? People in there, were being so respectful to them, and I just, oh my God, reading those comments, I was like, this makes me so happy. We don't have to be there's a difference between being sassy and indifferent about something and just off the cuff here and there, okay, and then just being rude and being a okay. Anyways, I wanted to go over a few things and give y'all a few updates too, and just things that I've found out since she passed and since I made that video. So, and this is, a lot from the thread, the subreddit, and then also from my comment sections and people talking to me too, and people in her downlines, people who've worked with her previously, family member here or there as well, who I will not name out of respect for them. Her family's very private. We don't need to do all that, because a lot of people are saying, and I said as well, listen, if hustle girl boss babing to the grave is what you wanted to do, then okay, fine. But was it? I don't think it was. She had even told people allegedly that she wanted to slow down and travel and enjoy things and spend time with her chosen family, but then I guess she hired Ed Milet, who was a complete meatball of a person. He looks like a dirty couch, a dirty leather couch, not even a real leather couch, though, bonded leather that peels off. I can't stand him. He's trash. He's absolute trash. Shame on him. Just like the woo-woo holistic doctors who gave her wrong information, but absolutely shame on him. He needs to be held accountable. He needs to be shamed. I am not inciting violence. This is a joke for legal purposes. He needs to be karate chopped in the thyroid with a big salmon. How big are salmon? Salmon are big, right? Or like one of those big tuna, you know? Like when you're in like a fish market, they like toss the fish. One of those should land on him. Apparently, he told her that she should keep working really hard so that she can be an inspiration to other people. I personally believe, and again, this is just my opinion and speculation, that he told her that so that he could keep charging her for coaching sessions. Apparently, she said that she paid him over, some people were saying $30,000 for like a coaching session, and then other people were saying over $100,000 in total. For what? For what? It makes no sense, and it's so awful and so gross. And I don't want to like try to dictate or like put my opinion on like where her money should have gone or whatever, but like she's very rich, let's be honest. But that money could have gone to like her nieces and nephews or like one of her billion godchildren. It's just wild. And then there are other people who are still in denial about the fact that she did not beat cancer and that she did in fact die of colon cancer. I saw something the other day that I really just am going to start saying to people. What proof would I have to show you for you to believe what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I should just start saying that to people now. It is absolutely wild. There were a lot of comments on my video, and I just want to go over them because, again, in that video, we talked about the delusion of it all, how they can't, God forbid, be mad at Jessie Lee Ward, and so they have to be mad at people who, you know, spoke out about her, even if, and my video was pretty calm, pretty, you know, normal. Even people who don't like me have messaged me and been like, I was worried you were going to be like sassy and blah, blah, and you were great. And I'm like, thanks, I appreciate it. I know when to be serious, okay? I just don't take life that seriously because we all die. Anyways, sorry. I just wanted to kind of reiterate that even with how like even keel, how logical I was in that video. And for being someone who is not that great at empathy, I was pretty empathic, empathetic, caring, nice. Okay. Whatever word you want to say. I was pretty that. We can all agree, right? And still we're met with this. And this isn't like a reading mean comments thing. This is just examples of like the crazy mindset that, let's say, the lack of logic and critical thinking, and it's just what we're dealing with here, okay? So it says, disgusting on your part. What part of the video was disgusting? What are you talking about? You basically made a career off of her as a hater, and now you have empathy? I've always had empathy. I've never wanted her to not do good things. Don't bother. Tell us you can hate what she did and not hate the person, because that's a lie you tried to convince us with. I'm not trying to convince you of anything, Lori, or anybody out there. Save it. You are disgusting. I mean, sometimes I am disgusting. You should see me after I eat an edible and make a salad mixing bowl full of spaghetti and eat the entire thing with a giant serving fork. That's disgusting. I'll show you disgusting. Jokes aside though, sorry. You know how I cope with things, dark humor, but my family and I call it tumor humor because we're all riddled with cancer, and if you don't laugh about it, you'll be crying, so it's just better to laugh. This is completely false, right? I mean, you can not like someone and what they do, and that's even what I commented. I don't have it screenshotted, but I was like, you're right, I don't like her. I also don't like what she did. Didn't want her to die. What are you talking about? Like, that makes no sense. I wanted her to do good things. I didn't want her to scam people. But again, this is a great example of, you know, cognitive dissonance. These are prime examples of it. You're being, you know, empathetic. You are, I don't even want to say nice, because nice makes it seem like I'm like sugarcoating things, and I wasn't in that video. I mean, I kept it short, sweet, to the point, you know, address certain things just like I am in this video. And then, you know, you'll still be called a mean girl and a bitch and jealous and ridiculous and a disgusting human that wished people would die. And it's like, I don't want that. Like, what? And this is Jessie, also, you spelled her name wrong, good job, was a leader of a cult. She does check all the boxes. So yes, in my opinion, I do think she was a cult leader. What do you call this the comment you're leaving? You're still talking about a person who has passed away, and all your little cult followers come and watch you and praise you. Disgusting. This isn't a cult. You can disagree with me. That's fine. You can absolutely disagree with me. I don't care. Just don't be a dick about it. It's okay. And I have been even more so trying to take constructive feedback and If someone disagrees with me, that's okay. I know during pregnancy and even like with postpartum, I was being a little bit more like quick to like bite back at a comment without and just like assuming it's like someone being rude, which I shouldn't do that. So I've gotten better at that. So I just want to say that too. So thank you for calling me out on that. I appreciate it. See, not a cult. I'm not keeping you here. You can leave. It's okay. Sometimes I do say I'm a professional talker. I don't think in that video I was talking though. And then she said, no, I won't listen till the end because you sound ridiculous. Okay, then you don't get to comment then if you didn't watch the whole thing. Also, the person who said that I have a career off of talking about her, less than 10% of the videos on my channel even feature Jessie Lee Ward. Also, she's a public figure. And I didn't make a career off of her. I made a career off of myself and my commentary. There are a lot of people who can talk about her. Does everyone do it full time? Does everyone do it as successfully as me? I'm not trying to sound like pompous or like, oh, look at me. I don't care. It's fine. Numbers literally don't matter. But like, let's be analytical here. Anyone can talk about something. Not everyone is going to be successful at it. So it's clearly not just the topic of her that makes money and makes views and things like that. You seem jealous of her fame. Girl, who knew who Jessie Lee Ward was out of like scam content and MLMs? No one. No one cares. And money. Also, most of what you're saying is inaccurate. Everything in that video I said was accurate. It was either an opinion or I was able to back it up with facts, like in public information. So, and that's kind of how I just said the response of, what do I need to show you? Like, what proof, what facts would you need to see for you to believe me or for you to change your mind? But that would require logical thinking, I guess. I don't know who this person is, but why are you giving your unsolicited opinion about what someone does with their body? That's none of your business and also very disrespectful. Shame on you. The great thing is you can have a differing opinion. That's fine. You can post about it on your YouTube channel. This is mine. She's a public figure. This is my job. Some scammers scam by calling other people scammers. Sad. What in the Dr. Seuss? I wouldn't know anything about that. And I wouldn't, because I'm not scamming people. My content is free for people to watch. You can disagree with me. You can agree with me. You can engage with it. You don't have to. You don't have to watch it. It's okay. I appreciate if you do watch it and engage with it and share it and all that stuff. And if you enjoy it, I love that. I'm also not stealing money from you. This one was really long. Leave Jessie Lee and her loved ones alone. Also, yeah, don't talk to her family. They're very private and you don't need to talk to them. I used to always watch your videos because I thought you were funny and witty and exposing important scams, but after you bullied this woman nonstop through her illness, now you're cashing in with her untimely death. Having an open conversation, talking about the nuance of all of this is not bullying, but that's okay. If you think it is, that's fine. I'm reconsidering if you aren't the one who's actually toxic. You have no idea what it's like to be diagnosed with a fatal, incurable illness. That's true, I don't. That doesn't mean that I can't talk about it and talk about how dangerous misinformation is and give my opinion regarding a public figure on a public platform. Of course, she spread misinformation, but that's part of her true and legitimate reaction to being diagnosed with such a horrible condition. That part doesn't really make sense. I do think it was like part of her grieving process maybe, or just like how she processed the information in general. From diagnosis to her passing, it was like 7 months, a little bit shorter than that, I think. Like I said in my last video about her, I don't think that that is enough time to come to terms with your terminal diagnosis. Go through all the stages of grief and accept it and, then make a plan, right? Like that's awful and horrible. And I wouldn't wish that on anybody, especially just Lee Ward. Many people do the same. It's not out of malice. It's people going through grief and despair for their own lives. You're right there. Now she's gone and you're here making bank with her name. That's not cool. She made plenty of mistakes in her life, but what she did when she was trying to deal with the reality of her death is not one of them. I disagree with that. People have the right to have conflicting, irrational, erratic responses to situations without being mocked, picked apart for it online. Now her family and friends are grieving and have to endure you using her name for content. Be respectful to other people. Oh my God, this is a dissertation. You would find it funny or nice if people exposed your behavior and mistakes when you were battling against addiction, and you would absolutely not have it if those same people were then to pretend to be nice and care for you that you died. I don't think I was being nice, and I don't necessarily care for her still. I don't care for her. I wanted her to do good things in her life, just like I wish for everybody. So again, Two things can be at once. This is cognitive dissonance. I cannot like someone. I wouldn't say I hated her. I didn't know her. I don't think that you can hate someone without actually like knowing them personally or like knowing them in real life, you know, which is interesting because, you know, people hate influencers and they literally don't even know them, or, you know, public figures, whatever. She and her family deserve peace. I agree with that, but you can still have a conversation. And I'm not talking about her family at all. Please do not talk about her family. Don't try to hunt down the dogs. She probably left her dogs to her brother, I would assume. Leave them alone, please. You've criticized her enough, most of the time in a fair manner, but these last moments you were completely unethical. Please stop this. You wouldn't think it's okay if it were done to you or your loved ones. I responded to this, and I actually read this off to my husband, and I was like, well, not to be too unemotional about it, but I would be dead. So I wouldn't know, and also I wouldn't care. Also, yes, I am a public figure, so if someone's going to make a video about me, a post about me, rip me apart, make up lies about me, do whatever, that comes with the territory. It sucks that I sign up for it. No. Sign up for it? No. But it's part of the job. It's a consequence in a way of, or a symptom or whatever, of doing this job, of doing what she did. And I think, comparatively speaking, I have been respectful. This is really sad. Like, what if this happens to you? Some jerk made a video about how awful of a person you are, and you were such a hater, but still going on about you after your death. It would be a reverse situation. How would you and your family feel? No, everyone has their own opinions, but I feel like this is really pathetic of you. It's not. It was an open conversation that clearly you didn't watch the video. Who knows? Maybe you've just been jealous of her because she's winning and you're not wanting as best as she did. That last part didn't make sense. Not jealous. She had a terminal diagnosis. She had, in my opinion, no real relationships, and they were all like temporary. And someone even elaborated on that and like talked about that on the Jessie Words subreddit. And I was like, damn, that's like a really good point. And that is really sad. She was distant from all of her family and like her childhood friends and all that. And network marketing and money changed her. I'm not jealous of that. I would never trade lives with her. I would not want to. She's passed. What do I have? Like, I'm really not trying to be a bitch, but what do I have to be jealous about? Like, be logical. But again, we're not logical. And yes, it is sad that she passed, and it's sad that these people are like this. I said I'm a public figure, so it's expected and comes with the territory. Also, I'm not a person or a scammer, so they wouldn't really have anything to say and it would be false. However, they are entitled to their own opinion of me, and I'm not for everyone, and I don't try to be. Also, I would be dead, so I wouldn't care. I wouldn't know either. You really need views that bad? No. When people say, you just posted this for views, obviously, this is my job. Nobody posts anything on the internet wanting to get no likes and for no one to see it. I would not have a YouTube channel if that was the case. And yes, this is my job, and yes, I love it, and yes, I care about it, and I love the work that I do and the people I connect with and the things I expose and the things I talk about, and it is a passion of mine. That is all true. This is also my job, and I need to do what is going to keep my channel viable and make it so that I can continue to do this. So yes, I make money. Yes, I like making money. Yes, I love my job and I love what I do. If she's dead and you decide to talk about her, we can talk about anyone who's dead. It's okay. Sad, really sad. Stop talking and listen to yourself. Sick. No, thank you, Jay. Actually, maybe he should listen to me because I wasn't like horrible in that video. It was her money, her body, her life. To choose all cancer treatments are bunk and false hope if they won't kill the cancer. She lived those 6 months without being sick of the treatments that gave her hope. Western medicine has people in tremendous pain and suffering while taking money from the estate they leave behind. Doctors lie. My mom died cancer-free. She died from damage done by the radiation to her healthy cells. I've always found your comments about Jessie Lee to be quite hypocritical, seeing as how you make your money from your YouTube followers. No, I don't. I make money from views and engagement. I don't make money from them. They're not working. What I'm providing for them is free. So that's wrong. How much do you make off a $25 t-shirt? I actually have no clue because I do have merch, but I hardly make any money off of merch. At all, so, which I need to redo that. But yeah, it's not a scam. It's not like I'm like, hey, have this t-shirt and then you don't get one. That would not make sense. Also, I'm not forcing people to do anything, recruiting people to do anything like that. Ellen went on and on and on and on and on and on and on in my comment section. It is crazy what she was saying. I just have to say, you're a terrible person. Cool. Whatever choices Jessie Lee Ward made, those were hers to make and hers only. I agreed with that. Nobody should ever say what they would do, especially not you. She had stage 4 cancer. It was all over her body and her decision. Stop with the allegedly BS. I have to say that. Come on, boomer. I have to say that because I don't want to get sued. So cool. She's gone now. May she rest in peace. Who the hell are you to be so mean? You are a jealous person. Of course, you're jealous of what? The only way that it makes sense for people to be able to have a conversation about someone and the the nuance of it. I've been using that word a lot, but like just talk about the situation and like how fascinating it really is when you like dive deep into it, and the relationships and the reaction on social media and the misinformation of it all. And like it's kind of like, you know, like true crime stories or the news. Like there's fascinating aspects to a lot of these cases and stories and people and public figures that people want to know about. When you are a public figure, yes, people are going to talk about you and kind of break that down. So here's the thing. She didn't want to hustle girl boss babe her way through cancer. She wanted to take time off and enjoy her life, but Ed convinced her to keep going and told her to be an inspiration to everyone else while taking millions from her per motivational session. Don't think it was millions. I think it was like hundreds of thousands, still a lot of money. That wasn't a mean comment. This person seems cool, but I just wanted to include that because that guy's a scumbag. Scumbag is what I'm trying to say. Now, also, I even posted it in the Jessie Lee Ward subreddit page asking like, and I have asked this over the entire summer, like asking in my videos, again, not trying to be morbid, but like what happens, like when she passes, like are these people getting a refund for the Jessie Lee Ward Accelerator coaching program, whatever. Some people have spent thousands of dollars, like upwards of $20,000. It's crazy, right? Someone even, or a few people I believe who even purchased that were in the subreddit saying like, no, it wasn't worth the money. It was all about like confidence and joy, and that's what it was about. It wasn't worth it at all. It was all motivational and not like actually like super specific to you, which is awful, but that was to be expected, right? I mean, of course it was going to be a scam, in my opinion. I asked like, who is taking it over? Like, are they getting refunds? What's going on? And apparently Avi Ram, her boyfriend, this doesn't even look like him. It's crazy. I don't know if she like face-tuned all of their pictures. What's that other app, Face app? Looks like she did, because what in the wish.com version of her boyfriend is this? Avi Ram in Accelerator Coaching, Chief of Joy. What? And then it says picture 1 was posted by Avi Ram. Picture 2 was posted by Courtney, Gold Accelerator Program. So he is full on coaching, self-help BS from hardworking man in construction business to a permanent hustler. I'm pretty sure that's what it says on his Instagram bio, in less than a year. Impressive. Those people didn't sign up to be coached by him or anyone in her downline. They spent their money that maybe they didn't have to spend to learn from Jessie Lee Ward. So now that she has nothing to do with it, now that she's not there, wouldn't they get a refund? I'm sure it probably says in like the fine print that there aren't any refunds. Allegedly, I don't know, but I would assume that sounds like something she would do. Like I said, it's super unfortunate. There are a lot of people who are in the MLM under her who are saying like, oh, we're keeping her legacy going, and like they're still packing trials, and they're like still doing live streams. And there's some of them who were like bawling, crying on live streams, not giving themselves time to grieve. You know, why would you in an MLM? I mean, that's kind of notorious. Like they don't allow themselves time like that. And it's just so sad because it's really going to mess them up. They're not having time to grieve, and they're not just, it's not healthy. Even Eric Worre, who was like basically her dad, her mentor, did a event or something like the next day or like the day she passed, and someone was like, oh, not even gonna take time off like for bereavement, and he was like, oh, I'm doing this in her honor. And it's like the scam continues. Like all of y'all are gonna hustle girl boss babe until you expire. Like it's wild. Hi, editing Chelsea here. In the last like day, I think Jessie Lee Ward's obituary came out, and like the announcement of her actual funeral, like with her family, and I saw there were some MLM people, network marketing boss babes, who were saying like, oh, this is so impersonal, like it doesn't capture blah blah whatever. And it's just very interesting. They like have issue, or it seems that they may have issue with a logical, normal obituary. Like I read it and I was like, this is a normal obituary. Like it's not all sunshine and rainbows. Like maybe they don't like that it mentions colon cancer, but I'm happy it does because that's the truth. So I don't know, I just find it very interesting, and that like, of course they would have an issue with that, you know. Just wanted to add that in as well, because that was another little update that I saw some of them getting like upset about, that the obituary wasn't like emotional enough. But it's like, that's a normal obituary. Like it mentions her dogs as well. So like that makes me happy too. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens with the accelerator program, and if anyone like is somehow held responsible. I mean, obviously she can't be. I don't know. Strange. Thank you for the feedback on that video. You know, trying to be more, I don't want to say black and white or like emotionless, but trying to like make it clear when it's like, it's a joke, calm down, like it's not that serious. Then also with things that are, you know, a little bit more serious, just trying to take the feedback that I'm getting and all that, because I did notice a little bit that I was like quick to bite is a good way to put it. So it's very sad. She was the worst. Couldn't stand her. Did not hate her because I did not know her like that. I knew way too much about her. If you are new to falling down the rabbit hole, I have a deep dive on her that goes over literally her entire history, the lawsuits that she was in. I interviewed so many people for that video, people that had been in her downline, so many people that she had screwed over, and so many people gave me statements. It was insane. So go watch that video. I'll have it linked down below. And maybe I should make a Jessie the Word playlist. I feel like that would be easier. Is that not good? Should I not do that? Surprised I don't already have one. Maybe I should, just so they're all in one place. Have a great day. Be nice to yourself. Be logical. 2 things can be true at once. Cognitive dissonance. Stay spicy. Go touch grass. Your butt looks good. Goodbye.